Hey kids, welcome back to Uncle Fezzi's Body Shop of Bad Decisions. Well, this is the replacement for the goat. I went and lost my fucking mind, and I talked my wife into allowing me to purchase a 2025 INEOS Grenadier Quartermaster. Yeah. So, what's going on, and why did I do this? Well, it's pretty simple. Although this is the trifecta of bad ideas for automobiles, and it was cooked up by a drunk guy in the UK who went to the Germans, who had an engine put in it and designed the frame, and the thing's built in France. So, we'll see how it goes, right? Yes, I paid an obscene amount of money for it. I paid more money for this truck than I paid for my first house. That was 20 plus years ago, but still. So let's take a quick look around it. I'm not going to go into really a whole lot of stuff. There's tons of videos out there on the Grenadier, and not so much the Quartermaster, but the Grenadier for sure. I guess the biggest thing that I should mention is I really do intend to use this off-road. Am I going to go to Moab and do all that crazy shit out there? No, but I do like to drive on the beach. And quite frankly, I spec'd out a bunch of different vehicles. And to get this, everything that comes with this, in a comparable vehicle, it would have been about the same price. You keep hearing people saying, oh, you could have bought 3 Gladiators for the price of one of these things. Probably could have. But by the time I was done upfitting the Gladiator, well, you know, I'd been back to about that $75,000 mark. The other thing is, this comes with pretty much everything I need to do what I want to do. The exception is a winch, and that's going to be on the short list of things that we do. So I'm going to grab the camera here and take a walk around and explain exactly what's going on. This is just me here, right? So here it is. Now the truck bed is kind of small, but that's just the nature of truck beds nowadays. It has a 120 volt outlet. It's got a 12 volt outlet right there. This does have an evil polyethylene bed liner, but it took 10 years for my old truck to rot out from the bed liner, at least till I noticed it. This is a kind of a special edition. It has a white frame. It's not actually white. Oh, it also has a white top. I wanted the white top because, you know, I've had black trucks since 1992. And quite frankly, they're fucking hot and they're always dirty. This is Britannia blue, or British Racing blue, I like to call it. It's British. I mean, it's definitely got a lot of Brit in it. It comes pre-wired for lighting. These rails are actually usable. They're mounting points. This thing was an option that I didn't really think about. When I saw it, I kind of liked it. It's not really much of a roll bar. It's more of a place to tie shit to. The interior is another kind of a I got a pretty good deal on it. So there were some things that I was willing to sacrifice. I mean, one of those things was black seats. I would have preferred to have all black seats or gray or dark gray seats, but in this particular model, it didn't come with it. And this thing was sitting on the lot for a while. Don't forget your warning vest. That is very European. Alright, so let's take a look inside here. It's got all your standard shit. It's got power windows, power down, no power up. These are the seats. These are like fancy Recaro, allegedly Recaro. Well, they're Recaro seats, but they do have this light colored seating area, which is, let's face facts, Uncle Fezzi doesn't work anymore. So we'll see how long they go before they get gross, and then I'll just put covers on them. The coolest part about this thing is the inside of it. This is all the switches and doodads. I got the loaded soup to nuts one. It has all the auxiliary switching. This is all auxiliary power. This is all the off-road stuff. This truck came spec'd from the factory with front and rear lockers, which is something that you can get on a Jeep, but you got to pay dearly for them. And all this stuff here, it's all your HVAC controls. It does have the silly BMW shifter, but it's a BMW drivetrain. And of course, the first thing I printed was a auto on off stop start fuck you switch. It has a toot horn. And it does have the Safari windows, which I also didn't want. I'm not a fan of sunroofs, so I just left the tint shop, and they're going to tint these limo black and the back windows, the back side windows black, and then I'm going to have the side windows tinted. I'm not a big tint guy, but this truck has no tint. My old truck did have some tint. I mean, really, that's about it. The stereo's kind of meh. You know, no more rocking out to disco. I could probably put a powered sub in it somewhere. I know I could. It's pre-wired for everything. So these switches are internal. It has 2 internals and 2 externals. Oh, 3 externals and a 500 amp external for the winch. And the jumper cables. This has what's called a NATO plug on the back. I ordered a specific plug for it, so I actually have a pair of plug-in jumper cables that I paid dearly for from Snap-on shit 30 years ago. They've been in every car I own, so why not outfit them to fit in this thing? I'm not going to open the hood. It's a BMW engine. There's not a whole lot to see, and there's not a whole lot of room in there, which is kind of shocking. But that's about it. This is the replacement for the Goat. And as you can see here, I'm furiously chewing gum because, you know, Uncle Fezzy doesn't want to smoke in his new car just yet. Nothing smells worse than cigarette smoke-filled leather, especially European leather. All right. Oh, the other thing it doesn't have, which I may actually come up with some kind of, I may come up with something I haven't decided yet. This truck actually doesn't have floor mats. It does have floor mats, but it just has, there's no carpet in this truck. It's like a police car. The whole interior is plastic or vinyl. There's no carpets, which is actually kind of something I wanted, because this is the Trial Master. The snorkel works. The snorkel's real. I don't plan on fording any streams or anything. But we'll see how it goes. Like I said, it may have been a poor financial decision. Well, it was, considering the Goat was paid for it. But ironically enough, after I shot the last video, Goodbye Goat, I went to remove my plug-in jumper cables, which I used one time in the 10 years or 15 years that they've been installed in the truck. When I went to go take the battery bolt off, to get to the negative, you know, to take them off because they're wired directly to the battery, didn't the fucking bolt snap? So that was like a sign that, you know, yeah, I said it in the video. With that truck, I was literally one broken bolt away from a 4-day ordeal, amongst a bunch of other things. So far, I've put about, I don't know, 100 miles on it, give or take. I drove it at night. It's got much better headlights than the Goat, even though the Goat had upgraded headlights. It's got much better headlights. These only work in fucking low range, so I may have to do something with those. They make a kit for them, but yeah, I don't know. It's really expensive. For whatever reason, off-road lights are incredibly expensive. I am going to put, they're called scene lights. Because they're wired for them, why not put them on? You can, and I actually have lights that I can make brackets for, and 3D print brackets for them, and mount them here. It comes pre-wired with Deutsch connectors, so it's not that big of a deal. The winch is on order shortly, and I ordered a new steering stabilizer because this thing does drive like a trash truck. Um, it it has a horrendous turning radius. I fixed part of that by cranking in the steering stops, which is something that they tell you to do. Why INEOS doesn't do it that way, I am not exactly sure. My imagination is, or I imagine it's a safety issue. Oh, it has a straight up old school switchblade key. It's a BMW key for the most part. There's no auto start, and I didn't want any of that stuff. And that's the other thing, is why did I buy a 1999 SUV in 2026? I'm old, and I don't want all those bells and whistles. As a matter of fact, if I could get rid of the infotainment system and just put a straight up old stereo in it, I would. But all these safety modifications, all the safety shit, it's federally mandated, the backup cameras, which I do kind of like. It came pre-wired, and it came pre-wired for trailer. This just has a trailer package. It'll tow more than I'll ever tow with it. Yeah, I mean, I think that's it. I think that pretty much covers it. There's going to be a bunch more videos on it. I intend on making some stuff, sewing projects, some mechanic projects. I'm thinking I'm going to put a safari rack on the roof, just because, why not? And I might order myself a pith helmet to drive around with it in. Now, thanks for watching. Like I said, there's going to be some more videos on it, for sure. If something goes wrong, I can promise you there's going to be some videos on it. But yeah, I mean, what can I say? I did a thing. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to buy my book, Love Letters.